So, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga ay itong topics na ito. Derivatives of a constant, sum product, quotient, chain rule, general power formula, higher derivatives, derivatives in implicit form. So, wordy siya pero ang summary lang niya ay itong dalawang slides na to. Ayan. And we have overall 5 na equations and yung chain rule. So, pag-usapan natin first itong equation number 1, the derivative of a constant. So, pag ang constant, kinuha natin yung derivative ng constant, it is always equal to 0. So, basic. And then, pagka kukunin naman natin yung derivative ng ng sum ng dalawang function, say u and v. So, the derivative of u plus v is just equal to the derivative of u plus the derivative of v. So, distributive property yung nangyari. So, madali pang intindihin. Easy lang yan. And then, pagdating naman sa product, the derivative of a product of two functions, u and v. So, kukunin lang natin yung first function as a whole, tapos multiply natin sa derivative ng second function, which is dv. Plus, kukunin natin yung second function naman, tapos derive natin yung first function. So, shortcut niyan, para mas madaling intindihin, yung equation ng the derivative of the product of two functions is just equal to u times dv plus v times du, derivative of u. So, u dv plus v du. So, dapat maalala natin yan. Madali lang kabisaduhin, So, next, punta tayo dito sa derivative of a quotient of two functions u and v. So, para kunin ang derivative ng quotient ng dalawang function u at v, kukunin natin yung denominator times yung derivative ng ating numerator, which is du over dx. Tapos, minus natin kunin naman natin yung numerator, u times derivative ng denominator. Tapos, all over yung denominator squared. So, yung pinaka-common tsaka pinakasikat na mnemonics niyan, para madali nating ma-memorize, kukunin natin yung low, itong low which is yung v, tapos multiply natin sa derivative ng high, low de high. Tapos, minus, kukunin natin yung high, tapos multiply natin sa derivative ng denominator, which is the low. Derivative ng low over low. Yan. Low de high de low low. So, yan yung derivative of the quotient of two functions. So, madali lang intindihin. I-memorize. And, sa ating fifth na equation, ito yung equation, the derivative of a variable raised to a certain power. So, para kunin yung derivative niyan, kukunin mo yung power niya, which is yung n, tapos kunin mo yung variable, tapos yung power niya mababawasan ng 1. So, nx raised to n minus 1. So, this is called yung general power rule. And pagka tayo ng general power rule, pag nagsosolve tayo ng derivatives using the general power rule, may additional tayong rule na nakasunod niyan. Especially when itong x natin ay binomial, trinomials, etc. So, dun papasok yung chain rule. For instance, yung mga functions na say y is equal to x raised to 4 plus 1 raised to 5. Yan. So, these are yung mga functions na pag dinerive natin, gagamitan natin ng chain rule. So, makikita natin dyan, ito yung mga initial steps para i-perform yung chain rule. So, we will let y be a function of u. So, gagawin natin yung y function natin, gagawin natin in terms of u. Tapos yung u in terms of x. It is a function of x. Tapos, nakuha natin y is equal to something something u. Kunin natin yung derivative of y with respect to u. Then, kukunin natin yung derivative of u with respect to x. And then, find dy, the derivative of y with respect to x using this sixth formula. Derivative of y with respect to x is given by the derivative of y with respect to u multiplied by the derivative of u with respect to x. So, maintindihan natin yan later on sa ating example. Okay? So, apply natin. Sample problems tayo. So, first problem, we have a function y is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 2. So, yung mga involved na mga formulas dyan ay yung derivative ng constant, the general power formula, tapos ito ay addition, so sum na derivative of a sum. So, para makuha yung derivative niyan, diretso tayo. So, madali lang to. So, kunin natin yung derivative. So, derivative of y with respect to x. Dahil yung y ay yung dependent variable natin at yung x yung independent variable. So, unahin natin itong first term natin, 2x cubed. Para kunin yung derivative niyan, titignan natin yung equation 5 natin, the general power formula. So, yung value ng n natin ay 3. So, kukunin natin yung 3 times, may coefficient siya na 2. So, retain yung 2 times yung x raised to, ano yung value ng n? 3. Tapos, babawasan natin ng isang power. So, tapos na tayo sa 2x cubed. Sunod tayo sa second term natin, 5x squared. Kunin natin yung value ng n, which is 2. Tapos may coefficient tayo na 5. And then, x. Tapos yung 2 na power niya, mababawasan ng isa ulit, minus 1, from this equation. And then, next term tayo, sa 3x naman tayo, proceed tayo. So, sa 3x, ang power ng x ay 1. 1 times 3 ay 3 lang. So, hindi ko na ilalagay yung 1 dito kasi understood na 1 yung power ng x. And then, yung x, mababawasan ulit siya ng isang power. So, raised to 1 yan, i-minus 1 natin, magiging 0 yan, And then, the derivative of a constant, 2. So, 2 is a constant, di ba? So, the derivative of a constant is 0. So, plus 0. So, simplify na natin. So, the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to 3 times 2 ay 6 times x raised to 3 minus 1 ay squared. Okay? Tapos, negative. Simplify na lang natin. 10. This will give x raised to 1 or x na lang. Tapos, plus 3 times x raised to 0. So, any number raised to 0 ay 1, di ba? So, may iwan na lang dyan ay 3. Tapos, plus 0, mawawala na lang siya. So, the derivative of y with respect to x is 6x squared minus 10x plus 3. So, madali lang intindihin. Practice lang. And then, later on, mapapansin nyo na pag nagde-derivative kayo, hindi nyo na ginagawa to. So, matics na malalaman nyo. 6x squared minus 10x plus 3. So, ganoon na lang yan. Madadalian na lang kayo later on. Okay? Para mas maintindihan natin lalo, punta tayo sa ating next example. So, makikita natin yung function natin, y is equal to x squared plus 1 over 4x plus 3. So, it is a quotient, So, meron tayong numerator, meron tayong denominator. Gagamitin natin itong equation 4 natin, which is yung low de high minus high de low over low low. So, yung mga ibang magagamit natin na equations, derivative ng constant, and the general power formula. So, sige, try natin i-derive. So, dy over dx, or the derivative of y with respect to x, is equal to, ang sabi sa definition ay low. Kunin natin yung low. Yung value ng low natin ay 4x plus 3. That is the denominator. So, 4x plus 3. Tapos, yung derivative ng nasa taas. So, yung power niya ay 2. So, kukunin natin yung 2. Tapos, x. Tapos, n-1 lang yung sa, niya, sa power niya. So, 2 mabawasan ng power, 1. So, 1 yan. So, 2x lang siya. And then, the derivative of a constant ay 0. So, hindi na natin yan ilalagay. And then, minus high delo. Yung high natin ay x squared plus 1. Tapos, yung derivative ng ating denominator. So, yung power ng x ay 1 times 4 ay 4. Tapos, x mabawasan ng power. X raised to 0 ay 1. So, may iwan lang dito yung 4. Sa ating second term naman, yung derivative ng constant ay 0. So, hindi na plus 0 siya. So, hindi na natin siya ilalagay. So, okay na. And then, lolo, which is 4x squared plus 3 squared. Yan. So, madali lang intindihin. So, simplify na lang natin. So, derivative of y with respect to x is equal to, papasok yung 2x dito sa 4x, magiging 8x squared plus 3 times 2x ay 6x. Tapos minus, papasok yung 4 dito sa x squared, 4x squared. Simple algebra na lang. Over. Tapos expand na lang natin to dahil walang mangyayari na cancellation later on. Expand natin. 16x raised to 4 plus 4 times 3 ay 12 times 2 ay 24 x squared plus 3 squared ay 9. Okay. Tama ba yung pag-expand ko? Please correct me if I'm wrong, ano? Para maganda ang buhay natin. So, simplify further. We have the derivative of y with respect to x. We have, dito muna tayo para mas madaling intindihin. So, 8x squared plus 6x minus 4x squared minus 4. Tapos over yung denominator na 16x raised to 4 plus 24 x squared plus 9. So, combine like terms sa ating numerator. 8x squared minus 4x squared. Magiging, may iwan dun ay 4x squared. Simple algebra. Plus 6x minus 4. Okay? And then, kunin na natin yung denominator. Plus 9. Okay, so ito na yung derivative ng ating function. Sige, diretso tayo. So, example tayo ng chain rule, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. So, makikita natin, meron tayong function na y is equal to square root of x squared plus 1. So, simplify lang natin para mas madaling ma-solve, ano? So, we have y is equal to square root of x squared plus 1. So, equal lang yan sa y is equal to x squared plus 1 raised to 1/2. So, para kunin yung derivative, di ba, yung usual na ginagamit natin, general power formula, di ba, raised to n siya where your n is equal to 1/2. So, gawin lang natin. So, y prime is equal to 1/2 tapos x squared plus 1 raised to 1/2 minus 1. Simplify natin. So, y prime now is equal to 1/2 x squared plus 1 raised to negative 1/2. So, para i-simplify mo, bababa lang yung x squared plus 1, tapos makukuha natin na, so may iwan sa taas ay yung 1, tapos sa baba meron tayong 2 square root of x squared plus 1. At pag ito yung sinagot nyo sa inyong quizzes and exam, automatically, mamamali kayo dyan. dahil gagamitan natin siya ng chain rule kasi hindi natin na-derive itong nasa loob na x squared plus 1. So, dahil nga it is a function of x yung nasa loob, dapat i-derive natin yan. So, para gawin yung chain rule, yung first step natin kanina, di ba? Para makuha yung derivative of y with respect to x, dapat ay derive natin yung y with respect to u, tapos multiply natin yung derivative of u with respect to x. So, para magawa yan, dapat makakuha tayo ng y in terms of u, and then u in terms of x. So, para ma-solve, so first step, let u be equal to x squared plus 1. So, di ba? Yung u natin ngayon in terms of x na siya, di ba? So, kunin na natin yung derivative of u with respect to x. So, derivative of u with respect to x is equal to general power rule, 2, yung n natin ay 2, tapos x, tapos mabawasan siya ng power, kaya raised to 1 na lang to. So, meron na tayong du over dx, or the derivative of u with respect to x. And then, second step natin, ang gagawin natin, so, u is equal to x squared plus 1. Therefore, yung y natin ngayon ay equal to square root of u. Diba? X squared plus 1 is equal to u. So, simplify natin. Y is equal to u raised to 1/2. So, kunin natin yung derivative of y with respect to u. So, we have y now in terms of u. So, the derivative of y with respect to u is equal to, kunin natin yung n, which is 1/2, times u raised to 1/2 minus 1. And then, simplify natin. Derivative of y with respect to u is equal to 1/2 times, anong value ng u? U is equal to x squared plus 1 raised to 1/2 minus 1 ay negative 1/2. And then, meron na tayong value for derivative of y with respect to u. Solve na natin siya. So, finally, 3, the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to dy over du times the derivative of u with respect to x equals 1/2 x squared plus 1 raised to negative 1/2 times yung derivative of u with respect to x is 2x. Okay? Simplify natin. Dy over dx is equal to, magka-cancel yung 2. Tama ba? So, may iwan sa taas ay x. And then, yung x squared plus 1 ay bababa para maging positive yung power niya. And then, simplify natin. Raised to 1/2 magiging square root siya. Square root of x squared plus 1. So, pwede nyo i-rationalize pagka nyo. But this is your answer na. This is our answer. Okay. Proceed tayo. Another example. Ito ay gagamitan ulit natin ng chain rule dahil may binomial tayo dito sa ating loob. So, gagamitan natin siya ng general power formula times yung dahil nga chain rule, i-derive natin yung nasa loob. So, ito na yung shortcut niya. So, first, para maintindihan natin, so, derivative of y with respect to x. So, first, gamitin natin yung general power formula. So, value of n ay 4 times yung nasa loob niya na 3x squared plus 1, tapos 4 minus 1. Pero dahil nga meron tayong function sa loob na 3x squared plus 1, it is a binomial. So, gagamit tayo ng chain rule dapat. So, multiply lang natin ng derivative nung nasa loob. Derivative nung nasa loob. Yung 3x squared plus 1. So, derivative of 3x squared, yung 2 bababa dito. 2 times 3 ay 6. Tapos, kunin na yung x. Tapos, mababawasan siya ng power. So, x raised to 1 ay x lang. So, yan na. Simple. Simplify na lang natin. Is equal to 4 times 3x squared plus 1 cube times 6x. Tapos, expand natin ito. Itong ano na to. Itong binomial na ito. So, cube siya. So, para ma-expand natin yan. So, iusog ko siya para magkaroon tayo ng space. Pero dapat yung mga equal sign nyo dapat magkakatapat lagi. So, dx is equal to 4 times. Expand natin. So, dahil cube siya, kunin natin yung cube ng first term natin. So, 3x squared cube. Tapos plus, galing sa Pascal's triangle, di ba? Meron tayong coefficient dapat na 3. Tapos kunin natin yung first term, 3x squared. Tapos, mababawasan siya ng power. Tapos, lilitaw yung second term natin na 1. Tapos, plus, galing ulit sa Pascal triangle, may coefficient dapat na 3. So, 3x squared times yung second term natin. Tapos, magkakaroon na siya ng power na 2. Palakas ng palakas. Tapos, yung last term naman natin, cube. Yan. Times 6x. So, simplify na natin. 6x times 4 ay 24x. So, tanggalin ko na yung 4 dito. Tapos, gawin na lang nating 24x ito. Naintindihan, nasundan. For convenience, para mabilis na lang tayo. So, derivative of y with respect to x now. So, 24 times, i-expand pa pala natin to Hindi pa tayo tapos. So, simplify ulit natin. 3x squared. So, 3 cube ay 3 times 3, 9 times 3 ay 27. Tapos, x squared. Tapos, yung cube natin. So, magiging raised to 6 yan. Plus, 3 squared ay 9 times 3 ay 27. X raised to 4. Plus, 3 times 3 ay 9. X squared. Plus 1. Tapos, multiply lang natin ng 24x. Tapos, ipasok na lang natin siya. So, the derivative of y with respect to x. Pwede nyo bang ipindutin sa calculators nyo? 24 times 27, that is 400. Anong value nito? 600. 40. 7 times 4 ay 28. 648, tama ba? X raised to 7. And then, 648. Umaakyat yung penmanship ko. Tapos, x to the 5th lang. Plus, 9 times 24. 183, 200. 216x. Tapos, madadagdagan lang yung natin. Plus 24x. So, basic algebra na lang pagdating sa dulo. Diba? Pahiga yung pagsulat ko. But, this is now yung derivative of y with respect to x. So, punta naman tayo sa higher derivatives. Pag sinabi natin higher derivatives, from the word itself, higher, mas mataas na derivative. So, higher power. So, makikita natin yung mga bagong notations natin. Halimbawa, second derivative, meron na siyang power na 2. So, d squared y dx squared. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, second derivative. And pag cube naman siya, it is the third derivative. Pag 4, it is the fourth derivative. So, sa mga sa mga ibang notations na ginagamit, so, di ba? So, if your function is y, So, the second derivative now, the first derivative ay y prime. The second derivative is y double prime. The third derivative is y triple prime. So, because yung definition yan, the derivative of y with respect to x is itself a function of x and may in turn be differentiated. Derivative of the first derivative is called the second derivative and it's written this way. Further differentiations, ayun nga yung sinabi ko kanina. Ayan. So, di ba, dito sa sa answer natin, di ba, yung derivative of y with respect to x ay function ng x. So, pwede natin siyang i-derive ulit ng i-derive. Okay. And then, dito naman tayo sa implicit functions. Pag sinabi naman natin implicit functions, kagaya ng ng equation na ito, so mahirap i-determine yung y in terms of x. So, there's no clear definition ng y. Hindi natin siya maano. So, basahin ko lang. In general, an equation involving x and y determines a value or values of y corresponding to each value of x in some range, and therefore determines y as a function of x. Hitherto, we have been concerned with functions defined explicitly by an equation of the form y is equal to f of x. So, pag ganito yung form ng ating equation, yung mga sinolve natin kanina, di ba? So, y is equal to x squared plus 1. So, y is a function of x, di ba? Pero dito sa pag sinabi nating implicit function, so, mahirap siyang i-explain, di ba? X cubed plus y cubed is equal to 3xy. So, then y is called an implicit function. So, para makuha yung derivative ng implicit function, so, we have the function of x and y is equal to 0 with respect to x, bearing in mind that y is a function of x squared. So, kukunin lang natin yung derivative niya, derivative of y with respect to x. So, di ba, lagi natin sinasabi that yung y ay yung dependent variable natin at yung x yung independent variable natin. So, in this connection, ito yung reminder. In this connection, it must be remembered that the derivative of y raised to n with respect to x is ny raised to n minus 1 dy over dx, or derivative of y of x. So, di ba nakita nyo it is raised to n. So, general power rule lang siya. General power rule. Pero dahil siya yung dependent variable, by chain rule, dapat lilitaw yung derivative of y with respect to x. So, para maintindihan natin yan, tignan natin itong example natin. And I think this is the last example for this lecture. And we are dismissed. So, find the second derivative of the function x squared minus y squared is equal to a squared. So, yes, you can do the solution na x is kunin mo yung yung y in terms of x. So, y squared is equal to x squared minus a, all good, tapos square root mo siya. Walang problema. Pero for the convenience of this lecture, gagawin natin yung gagamit tayo ng differentiation in the implicit form. So, para kunin yung derivative ng x squared minus y squared is equal to a squared, deriving implicitly. So, kunin natin yung derivative ng first term, 2x. Yan. Diba? Yung power niya ay 2 times x raised to 2 minus 1. Raised to 1 lang siya. And then, kunin natin yung derivative ng second term, 2y. So, dahil ito yung dependent variable natin, dapat lilitaw yung, by chain rule, lilitaw yung derivative of y with respect to x. And then, equals sa ang derivative ng a squared, this is a constant, derivative of a constant ay 0, so magiging 0 ito. Lipat lang natin sa kabila, so 2x is equal to negative, positive na pala siya. 2y, derivative of y with respect to x. So, makuha na natin derivative of y with respect to x, divide lang natin siya by 2y, both sides. Cancel to. Cancel yung 2. So, derivative of derivative of y with respect to x is equal to x over y. So, yan na ba yung sagot natin? Hindi pa. Kasi, ang hinahanap ay yung second derivative. So, this is only your first derivative. So, para makuha na yung second derivative, i-differentiate ulit natin ito, itong derivative natin, first derivative natin. So, to solve for second derivative, so we have derivative of y with respect to x is equal to y over x over y. So, the second derivative of is equal to quotient. So, gagamitin natin yung low de high minus high de low over low low. So, yung low natin is y times yung derivative ng high ay x ay 1 is equal minus high de low which is yung x times derivative ng low which is yung y, derivative ng y ay 1. Tapos dahil yung y na yung derivative natin, dapat lilitaw si derivative of y with respect to x all over lolo which is y squared. Simplify lang natin. Pag sinimplify natin yan, dito ay y minus x times, anong value ng derivative of y with respect to x? X over y. Tapos y squared. Simplify further. So, the second derivative is equal to y minus x squared over y squared. So, for convenience, i-transform pa natin ito para maibalik natin sa a squared yung para mas ma-simplify pa natin. Ta-transform lang natin siya. So, kunin natin yung common denominator ng ating numerator, which is yung y. Tapos, yung y magiging y squared minus x squared all over y squared. So, yung y, bababa, magiging y cubed na to. So, we have this equation y squared minus x squared over y cubed. So, tignan natin yung itong y squared minus x squared. Kung titignan natin yung original, original function natin, x squared minus y squared is equal to a squared. So, magkamukha yun, di ba? Yung x squared minus y squared minus x squared, magkabaliktad lang siya. So, for convenience, i-transform natin itong original function natin. So, yung original function natin, multiply natin both sides by negative 1 para ma-simplify natin ito. Or, pwede natin gawin ay, di ba? Since x squared minus y squared is equal to a squared, ilipat natin sa kabila yung a, nagiging negative a squared, lilipat sa kabila ito, yung negative y squared magiging positive y squared, tapos yung x lilipat magiging negative x squared. Nakita? Palitan ko lang yung kulay para magkaroon ng distinction. Yan. So, dahil alam natin na yung y squared minus x squared is equal to negative a, therefore, pwede nating isulat na yung derivative ng ating function ay the second derivative now is equal to negative a squared over y cubed. Okay? Okay na. So, yun lang. Kailan lang mag-derivative in implicit form and getting the higher derivative. So, ayan. So, that sums up our lecture. I think, may example pa ba tayo? Wala na. The end. Thank you for your attention.